So last day we started doing this thing. You can see I have like added all this here, and for this I have created multiple polygroups and created this head. You can just, right? You can I created multiple polygroups and then generated the fibers so that I can control each and every select fiber mesh, control shift and click on to basically isolate that part so that I can control it better. Each part at a time. That makes my life way easier. And to clump it, I can use pinch BEI DND move brush move it and save it. Okay. Make sure it's not intersecting with your head. And picture it outside. Because this is going to be our base for our hair and for extension. So make sure to pay really good attention and do it properly. Like gravity, default straight, slightly unevenness is fine. Shift, smooth it. You can see it's a lot of unevenness. There is something clean. Just shift, smooth it. To clean all this uneven with sharp angle. Fix the angle. Like one by one, will fix. And then you can like, and to check the final output, is it looking correct or not? Just check, click on DPR. You can see there's a gap. So I have to fix that gap. So now here I have like so many loose strands. Smooth it. With those like sharp angles. let's say that particular section looks really empty. So what I can do is I select any one of the air and move it here, cover this empty space. Or if I want, I can create one more head from here, generate one, two, three, four clubs, and generate that and create this one very easily. Now I have like only detailing for the fish and like maybe slightly section on the face. Then I'll be good to go like more transfer this to the Maya and start finishing my model. But before that, my plan is I want to poly paint my model within ZBrush and create the base UV as well. So that when I export this into Maya, I already have a basic unwrap, plus I have a base texture ready. And then I can just simply use the high poly and combine the base texture together and generate the texture within like few clicks. So I can transfer all the polypaint into texture and then start generating all the details based on my reference. That's my whole idea. By this, I can speed up my entire process. I can save a lot of time on my low poly modeling plus UV plus texture. And if your high poly is very good, if you create a very good quality high poly, your entire like output becomes very easy because you use all the displacement map and texture from your high poly, so it automatically gives you better result while rendering. So from tomorrow we start like poly painting this thing. And for poly painting, it's not like we are just going to paint it manually. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to project all the textures. We need to project all the textures. So I have this texture to show you. Um, I'm using surface mimic. In surface mimic, I have this old man. This thing. You can see there's no lighting information. It's almost flat. So I'll use this for projecting on my character. Then I'll create this texture, and this is even though it doesn't match with the color. Of course, we'll use substance. This is just the base. This is only the base because this kind of skin detail. If you zoom in, you can see this kind of skin detail you cannot generate. You cannot generate in substance. So this I'll use a base, then I'll match the color and tone down in Photoshop or in Substance and add all the details, whatever I have created in high poly, like mole or maybe wrinkles, anything. So I have to match that as well because this won't match with the high poly. So I have to match that in Substance and color tones and gradient, whatever I'll add everything in Substance. That will be my final texture. This is just the base. Because skin texture needs like actual skin. Until unless you paint actual skin or project actual skin, it won't look like actual real skin. And 99% time in production and gaming nowadays, everybody using scan textures, scan displacement, scan maps. So that quality, we have to achieve that, achieve the same quality. So we're using this. If required, I can like mail you this section. So, or if you have surface physics, I guess then hopefully you'll have this texture as well. So we can use this directly and polypaint everything and make a really good quality thing. polyprinted this thing, and then we create UV within this thing, ZBrush. Then we export this into Maya and create UVs based on UDIM. Then bring back that model and bake all the texture. Like if I show you, I guess I have a model. Just give me a second. That old model I was working using that tool. I use the exact same technique. I created a high poly, then polyprinted everything. It's like quite a heavy file. Yeah. You can see this is like I polyprinted this thing, all texture, everything, polyprint. Then based on the UV, just that, you can see based on the UV, I created UV maps and generated all the UV maps, and I can show you. So these are all tips. So tips will give you three. And these are like 8K maps. And you can see these are like displacement maps. I don't want displacement map, I want texture map. So this is like after exporting the texture, I have color corrected and modified this thing in Photoshop. And all these things generated with the help of displacement. So I'll show you the entire process, how to work on this, how to create all these textures nicely, and like because if I paint everything on high poly, it becomes very easy for me to identify any issue, any problem, or anything, and then I can simply like modify that if required model or maybe texture anything, and then move it back to my substance and start texturing on that. It seems you can see like I have created all the hair and everything here only. And this is not the actual final color. Right? I have used the same old man texture for this as well. So we use the same technique and create UV map, create a
So,
polypaint texture and everything. Yes, tell me.
sir, do you use layers for polypaint as well?
No, polypaint I'll do it directly because that's just a base. Like that's even if there's an error or some issue, that is something you can fix it in substance directly. It's just for the base, like base skin. That's it. Okay, then I'll see you guys tomorrow and try to finish your model as quickly as possible. If you have any doubts, anything, any concern, ask me. Until unless you ask me the right question, I won't be able to answer it. And like we're doing only one model, so I won't be able to cover everything. So if you ask me a specific question, I'll answer those specific questions and I'll demonstrate those specific things. So ask all those things and I'll say.
So, one more thing, can we have a DCS this Friday?
Friday, Thursday. Friday, I'm a bit busy, so Friday. Thursday, we can have it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Tata, bye bye.